Episode 5 begins with tension already hanging heavy in the air. The glittering balls, the polite conversations, and the elegant laughter can no longer hide what's truly going on beneath the surface. The trailer strongly hints that the central romance of Season 4 is about to face its most dangerous turning point yet. Feelings that once felt magical are now tangled in doubt, jealousy, and pressure from society. The biggest spoiler revealed is that a secret relationship, one that has been building quietly, is on the verge of being exposed. And in the world of Bridgerton, exposure doesn't just mean embarrassment. It means scandal powerful enough to destroy families. We see emotional conflict rising from both sides. One character is clearly torn between following the heart or obeying family duty. The weight of the Bridgerton name, reputation, and expectations is becoming suffocating. Every conversation now carries hidden meaning. Every glance feels loaded with unsaid truth. Strained, a Bridgerton sibling, usually a pillar of support, seems to disagree strongly with the lead character's choices, creating tension inside the family itself. There's also a strong hint of heartbreak. One scene in the trailer focuses on a character standing alone, visibly shaken, as if they've just learned the truth about someone they loved. This moment suggests betrayal, not necessarily intentional, but painful enough to change the relationship forever. The spoiler community believes this could mark the emotional midpoint of the season, the moment where love stories stop feeling safe. Meanwhile, society's ever-watchful eyes grow sharper. Lady Whistledown's presence is teased heavily in the trailer. Papers printing, whispers spreading, and shocked reactions all suggest that a major reveal could be published soon. If that happens, the scandal won't remain private. It will become public entertainment, escalating the stakes to an entirely new level. By the end of what the trailer shows, Episode 5 positions itself as a turning bridge between romance and reckoning. Choices made here will shape the rest of the season. Engagements may form or collapse. Alliances may strengthen or shatter. And the biggest question left hanging is simple but powerful. When love is forced to fight against honor, family, and reputation, which one survives? And this is only the beginning of the storm. As the tension from earlier episodes reaches its boiling point, Episode 5 begins diving deeper into emotional consequences rather than just building mystery. The trailer spoilers strongly suggest that secrets are no longer safe. They are starting to slip out in the most unexpected ways. Conversations that were once private are now overheard. Letters meant to stay hidden are at risk of being discovered. And in Bridgerton society, even the smallest leak can trigger a scandal powerful enough to ruin reputations overnight. One of the biggest developments hinted in the trailer is a confrontation that fans have been waiting for all season. Two central characters, once emotionally close, finally come face to face in a moment charged with anger, heartbreak, and truth. This isn't a polite disagreement wrapped in courtly language. This is raw emotion breaking through social masks. Accusations are thrown, trust is questioned, and for the first time, love feels uncertain rather than inevitable. The spoiler buzz suggests that this confrontation may end with a shocking emotional withdrawal. One person choosing distance instead of fighting for the relationship. At the same time, family pressure begins tightening its grip. The Bridgerton household, known for unity, starts showing cracks as differing opinions emerge. Some family members support the romantic match, believing love should win. Others fear the scandal attached to it could permanently damage the family's standing in society. The trailer hints at intense family discussions, not loud, but heavy with disappointment and concern. One elder figure in particular seems determined to intervene, possibly arranging an alternative alliance to prevent disaster. Another major spoiler revolves around a social event teased in the trailer, a grand gathering where appearances matter more than truth. This event becomes the perfect stage for hidden tensions to surface. Characters who are avoiding each other are forced into the same space. Forced smiles replace genuine warmth. Every dance, every conversation, every public interaction feels like a performance hiding deeper emotional chaos. What makes this event critical is the suggestion that something goes terribly wrong. The trailer flashes quick reactions, shock, whispers, someone leaving abruptly. While it doesn't reveal the exact trigger, Spoiler discussions point toward a public slip, perhaps an emotional outburst, a revealed secret, or an unexpected announcement that no one was prepared for. By the time episode 5 moves into its final stretch, the trailer makes one thing very clear. The emotional storm that has been building all season is finally ready to break. The spoilers suggest that this episode doesn't end with calm resolutions. It ends with shockwaves that will shape the rest of the season. Every secret, every lie, and every hidden feeling begins colliding at once, creating a climax filled with heartbreak, revelations, and dangerous turning points. One of the biggest moments teased is the near exposure of the central secret relationship. The trailer hints that the truth comes dangerously close to becoming public, not through confession, but through circumstance. A misplaced letter, an overheard conversation, or an unexpected witness puts everything at risk. The characters realize that it's no longer about controlling gossip, it's about surviving it. Panic replaces hesitation, and urgent decisions start being made in the heat of fear rather than logic. This pressure leads to one of the most emotional developments of the episode: a sacrifice. Another powerful spoiler element is the looming publication from Lady Whistledown. The trailer builds suspense around whether she will print the truth or hold back. Printing presses running, papers stacking, and tense expressions suggest that a major reveal is moments away. The uncertainty itself becomes torture for the characters, knowing their fate could be sealed by ink on a page at any second. Emotionally, the episode closes on separation rather than union. The trailer's final tone is quiet but devastating. Characters who once shared warmth now stand apart, bound by circumstance instead of choice. Love remains, but it's buried under sacrifice, misunderstanding, and social pressure. However, the closing spoiler hint leaves viewers with one final twist. Hope isn't completely gone. A last brief moment in the trailer suggests that the story is far from over. Whether it's a determined glance, a change of heart, or a plan forming behind the scenes, it signals that episode 5 is not the end of the romance. It's the transformation of it. Because in Bridgerton, when love is pushed to its limits, it doesn't disappear. It either breaks forever, as the echoes of episode 5's emotional fallout continue to spread. The trailer's final spoilers hint that the consequences will not remain contained. They will ripple outward into every corner of the Bridgerton world. What makes this closing stretch so powerful is that it shifts the focus from private heartbreak to public impact. The choices made in secrecy are now beginning to reshape reputations, alliances, and futures across the ton. One of the strongest hints from the trailer is that society has started noticing the shift. Subtle changes in behavior, missed appearances, awkward interactions, and broken routines have not gone unnoticed. In a world where perception is everything, even silence becomes suspicious. The spoiler buzz suggests that speculation is already spreading quietly, long before any official scandal is p. Romantically, the aftermath of the emotional separation becomes even more painful. The trailer suggests both leads are struggling deeply, but in very different ways. One appears to bury themselves in duty, attending events, fulfilling obligations, and presenting a composed exterior. The other seems more emotionally withdrawn, avoiding the very spaces that once brought joy. This contrast builds tension because it shows that while they are apart physically, their emotional bond hasn't weakened. It has intensified through longing and regret. Meanwhile, external forces continue tightening the net. Marriage negotiations, family expectations, and social arrangements begin moving forward without waiting for emotional readiness. The trailer hints that a new proposal or alliance may be formally introduced, not out of romance, but strategy. This development raises the stakes dramatically because it threatens to make the separation permanent rather than temporary. The rival figure's manipulation also evolves. Instead of direct exposure, the trailer suggests they begin influencing outcomes behind the scenes, steering conversations, planting doubt, and guiding powerful decision-makers. Their goal no longer seems to be simple scandal, but control. This makes them more dangerous than ever, because their moves are calculated to cause maximum emotional and social damage while keeping their own hands clean. Lady Whistledown's presence looms like an approaching storm cloud throughout this section. The trailer's closing publishing imagery suggests that while the truth may not yet be fully printed, she is circling closer than ever. Her restraint, whether intentional or strategic, creates unbearable suspense. The characters are left living in fear of a headline that could appear at any moment. Family loyalty becomes one of the few emotional anchors left. Despite disagreements, the trailer hints that the Bridgerton family begins quietly rallying together when outside threats grow.